tyres, black tool, more towards the front's gripping, like the case stiffness, and the back's sort of getting out of step. So you can see that it's not a durable.
No, that's right. I mean, we ran lots of that way or that way, alternating, and we could always get it right either way. But if there was any, a couple of times though, when it was the same set hot, we would just diagonally swap them, you know, like front rear fronts. And the way it ended up then, when you thought you had a balance, it's hands, you know. But anyway, it wasn't diabolical.
No. Started off really good. Then it sort of just went away slightly with the rear, not quite the touch, you know, starting to slide. And I think the biggest problem we got, in my opinion, is the camber.
It is. You need to grip, that's exactly what
just got to lift your foot off to get the front to bite.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, well...
The way you don't lift off, the front tyres are cold, because you pull the reason time.
Yeah. We got to go down here when we can't. When we were testing, you got to go down. It's not really... It's on the hill pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's in the practice.
Occasional 38 there. 38 and a half there.
Yeah, we get in the second hand. That was, see, new tyres.
T55.
T55, you see.
Very good.
Yeah. No, they should roll.
Oh, Dave.
Got a little mirror. Mirror? Oh, I can say 350 on 175.
Hole 4 there.
Yeah, hole 4.
Wayne, what did you do with the bolt? In front of my toolbox on the bench.
Okay. What's the truck with nothing? Yeah. Yeah, but that's just locking brakes together. Yeah. Inside. She's rooted on this. Pull the front tyres off. Let's have a look at both of them here. We can run a bit less negative on the front as well.
Yeah.
I might wind that back to 3.5 to see what it does at some stage after this.
It seems, you know, those stages where you get into a corner and it's got a heap of negative, and it just, once it starts sliding, it's like there's no tyre on the road.
Yeah, I know.
Does that?
Yeah. So it hasn't got...
Occasionally.
Unless you get any grip, you can't get anything on the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going, Phil.
All right, now.
You put that wheel on.
They're not actually flat.
No. It's sort of just almost worn to that area.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So we're just going to stick these C6 construction on the front, which is not normally what I've done.
Well,
We'll just
quite
see.
often you do run the stiffer case in the front, so there's no problem.
That's right, like it's not the end of the world. The biggest thing is one end's cold, one end's hot, or hot and cold, so it'll just take a couple of laps to get that right.
But the front bar's softer.
Yes, one hole soft as well.
Now, big. Do you want this open?
Fine. But Peter, back with Holden's finally, how's it felt?
Well, because you're very familiar, I was with them for 18 years or so, which is a fair stretch of any sort of a sports association particularly. The car's very strong, and interestingly enough, the rules and regulations indicate that a Commodore will be a real force in 1991, so the timing's good, the car feels great, and I think we're in for a really big year. Very excited.
How does this Commodore compare with the last time you drove a Holden?
Actually, this is it's far more of a racing car than the previous Holden. The one I had before had a carburettor. This has got fuel injection. It's got at least 100 more brake horsepower. So obviously the thing goes like a jet. It's got a proper racing gearbox. Larry Perkins has spent a lot of time sort of getting the chassis balanced just right. And so it's an evolution of what we used to race. And it's a very, very nice race car to drive. And also it's got a very different seating position, so it doesn't necessarily feel just like hopping into your normal Commodore down at your Holden dealers and going for a lap of the block. It's a bit different. You sit further back, you sit lower, the pedals are a bit different, what have you, but it's a real racing car and it's a pleasure to drive it.
You mentioned that Larry Perkins has done some work on this car. What's it like being back in with Larry?
Well, Larry and I had a great run of success in the early 80s, and we're of course assuming that we can continue on where we left off. I think that most Holden fans would remember, particularly 1984, the Group C cars at Bathurst, where the cars were sensational. We just dominated the weekend, and Larry did a fantastic job of organising the team and getting the cars just right, and you know, I've got no doubts about his abilities, and I think it's going to make life very nice for me, because I can just come along and hop into a racing car knowing it's been prepared fantastically by Larry.
What's your opinion, Larry?
Well, I obviously agree with everything Peter's saying. We have had a very good run together. In racing you have to be a team, and we are a team. We have a respect for each other's abilities, and it's very important we get on. We know what we each can do best. Bloody noise is annoying. Noise is annoying, yeah? I'll just cock that up then.
You happy with that? You sound? Okay.
I thought it was good.
Okay.
Larry, what's your opinion of being back with Peter?
Oh, it's excellent, actually. I've always wanted to run, have a strong two-car team again. When we were together in the early 80s, there was nothing better, nothing quicker. We had the best of everything. This should be a repeat of that. We've got very good backing from our sponsors. The abilities of Peter as a driver we don't obviously question. The Commodore has come now very much into a competitive car again with the latest CAMS regulation changes. We've got everything really looking good for us, and it's just great that I can be part of this team again, and we press on and hopefully get some results.
Okay.
Good. Hey Peter, and how do you think the Commodore will go this season, head to the rest?
Well, the Entrance Association spent a lot of time, latter half of 1990, looking at the competitiveness and otherwise of various cars. And one of the things they did do was to try and juggle things a little bit to introduce a level of competitiveness for normally aspirated cars, and I suppose alter the weight formula a little. Now that means that the Nissan's now heavier. The Sierra, which had tyre problems because of their weight last year, is now lighter. The Holden is lighter again and gets a new gearbox and a few bits and pieces. And the BMW is now allowed to have some wider wheels and different cylinder head work and things like that. So what that all means is the fact that in 1991, closer racing, and I think a Commodore a better chance at all the circuits rather than just being a chance at some of them. So I think that fans are in for a great year.
Perfect. One more question for you. What's this Commodore going to be like compared to your Sierra?
Well, straight out of the box, and we're filming this at Eastern Creek, it's approximately the same speed, perhaps a little bit better. Keeping in mind it's early in the season and we're running on tyres which are very old. It's just early in the season, we're sorting the chassis out, and the lap times, despite that, are every bit as good as the Sierra in full flight. So early days for a VN Commodore. We knew the Sierra. I think we're looking good.
I think it's going to go very well. It'll be the best year we've had for Group A Commodores, in my opinion. And that's indeed why I approached Peter. Once I was confident we had some machinery that would match his ability, I thought we had the makings of everything. The car has got to be quicker. The weight regulations and the various pieces that the CAMS have done to the other cars certainly help us. The good thing, though, is none of us really know who's going to win all the races this year. I'm confident that the Commodore can win some races. I'm not saying we'll win all the races, but I think we'll be competitive at all the meetings, and that's the very important thing these days.